If you've been applying for jobs in Canada and you've not been getting response from employers, or when you do, it's a negative one, then I think it's time to focus on your CV, okay? Creating a Canadian style resume or CV should be your priority, right? I usually say this, that CV styles differs in different countries. They have different formats, right? You cannot use your CV as a Nigerian or the one you used to apply for jobs in Nigeria to apply for jobs in Canada. It may not work, okay? Or the one you used to apply for job in Estonia to apply for jobs in Canada, it is different, okay? So creating your CV is important. It is your first impression, right? So you need to make it count, okay? Secondly, in fall, the new program that the Canadian government introduced will swing into action fully, okay? They launched it a few months ago, but it will begin fully in fall. So you want to get your CV ready by using the Canadian style and using the necessary keywords and everything I'll be showing you in this video so that your CV will stand out amongst others, okay? So in this video, I'll be showing you a Canadian style CV. We'll be creating it together and I will tell you everything you need to put in your CV or resume and the ones that are not necessary, okay? So if this is what you want to watch, stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and I will quickly share my screen with you. But before then, in case today is the first time you are coming across this space, you're welcome. My name is Oli. Please do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you get notified, and encourage me by liking this video. You can as well share it to those who you know might need it, okay? So quickly, let's look at the screen together. I'll be sharing some tips with you, some do's and don'ts that are applicable when creating a Canadian style resume, okay? So that you don't make such mistake when you are creating yours, right? So the first thing is that you need a laptop, okay? To be able to create this resume, you need a laptop. This is not what phone can do. No matter the kind of phone, no matter how sophisticated that phone is, okay? You need a laptop to start with. So this is an example of what a Canadian style resume looks like, okay? Mind you, this resume has been used to get a job in Canada. I cannot come here and share what is not true, okay? That's why I usually take my time to make sure I come with a genuine information, okay? So what I did was just to, change a few things like the email, phone number, so this phone number does not exist, the email does not exist, and the work places. So the first thing is your fonts, okay? So if you're using any fonts, make sure you are consistent with it, okay? So here I used the Times New Roman. Now you can use Arial, okay? You can use anyone you want, but make sure you are consistent with that font. Don't use Arial upwards, then you go down and you use Times New Roman or any other one, right? So for this CV, I use Times New Roman 12, but I increase some places, okay? You're going to see all of that, right? So the first thing is your name. When creating your resume, avoid using photos, okay? Nobody is interested in seeing your photo, and that is the honest truth, okay? Then make sure that the personal details is minimal. Don't include your age, okay? Don't include your age or your ethnicity or your physical attributes, marital status. All those things are not necessary. Your personal preferences or even hobbies, that are not necessary, okay? Just include your name and contact information, okay? As you can see here on the screen, just the name. Now when I came to the name, I told you that I did Times New Roman 12, okay? I used Times New Roman 12 to create this CV, right? But here on the name, you can increase the font, okay? Make it bigger if you want. So you just put your name, your email address, your phone number, and your house address, okay? So I know you are outside Canada, right? In case you're outside Canada and you're applying, just put your phone number. They know you are already outside. Put your phone number, put your email address, but make sure your email address is correct, because that is the means of communication they will use, okay? They are going to use your email address to communicate or to contact you, and not your phone number in this case, okay? Except in rare cases. But if you're inside Canada, they will likely contact you using your phone, okay? The next thing is your professional summary. you need to list a few things here, just a few, that will tell them why you are capable and why you are a reliable employee, why they should employ you. Okay, so this is like summarizing your profession. Okay, so here I have dedicated caregiver committed to providing clients with the best possible support through personalized care and support in managing various medical conditions, competent in managing medications, doctor appointments and personal activities, caring, organized and friendly with excellent interpersonal skills. So you can see that this summary covered a lot of things. Okay, it just shows that I know how to do these things. Medications, I have done medications, personal activities, all of that is covered in this summary. So you can use this when creating yours to know how you'll be able to go about summarizing your profession. Okay, so after this professional summary, the next thing is your skills. Okay, so here you want to mention your technical skills. Okay, if you have project management skills, computer programming, data analysis, all of them, and you also mention your soft skills like your teamwork. Are you excellent in communication skills, verbal and written communication skills, and all of that? Okay, so you have to mention the skills you have, even though you don't have any certificates in them. Okay, especially technical skills, even though there's no certification for your technical skills, you can still mention them. So I mentioned a few here. You can see them: compassion and empathy. So as a caregiver or a support worker, you have to be compassionate, right? So these are just a few skills. Make sure that these things are things that you can do without even being persuaded, okay, without anyone forcing you or reminding you that, okay, you said you have these skills, where are they? Okay, so yeah, compassion and empathy is very important as a caregiver or support worker. Verbal and written communication very important, because you'll be communicating with the residents or patients and their families, right? Time management and multitasking skill, patience, flexibility. Okay, then great ability to use computer, if it is MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all of them, how to use the internet, how to use Outlook for emails, and all of that. Okay, so you have to mention them. Now, did I mention that there's something called resume keywords? Okay, so these resume keywords are specific words or phrases that are often used by recruiters and hiring managers, okay, to quickly screen resumes, okay, and identify candidates who meet their qualifications. Okay, so imagine that 500 people submitted an application for one position. Okay, do you think that employers will go through all those 500 CVs or resumes? No, they have this specific keywords, okay, or resume keywords that they will use to scan, do you get, to screen the ones that they know that will meet their qualifications. That is basically what I'm trying to explain. Now, those keywords can come in form of job titles, it can come in form of soft skills, technical skills, or certification. This is why I decided to bring it up, because now when they search using the job title, yours will pop up. That is if you included it in your resume. Okay, if they search using the soft skills, then it will also pop up. Communication is a part of that resume keyword. Okay, it's part of it. Communication is part of it. Flexibility is part of it. Compassion is part of it, especially as a caregiver or a support worker. I will also show you more as we go through the CV. Another thing I would also like you to know is, when writing these skills, okay, you can use bullet form like I did here. You can use bullet form to list them out, or you can use the note form, just write them, type them as a note. You can also work that way, but I will advise you use this bullet form. Use bullet form because it makes it very attractive and easy to read, right? So after writing out your skills, the next thing you need to do is move on to your work experience. You need to include all relevant work experience, beginning with your current or your most recent employer and position. Okay, then you add others in the same order. Okay, now this is where I'm currently working. Okay, remember that this company does not exist. Okay, so but assuming I work here and I am still working here as a healthcare assistant. I started working with them from January 2023 till present. Okay, so you have to list it out this way: the company's name, your position, then the date. Okay, then you also need to write your responsibilities. Okay, I just listed about 5 of them. Assist clients with medical care such as routine checks, medical administration. This is keyword. Okay, I told you about resume keyword: medical administration keyword, personal care routines keyword, okay, in caring, compassionate and kind manner keyword, emotional support keyword, physical and emotional support keyword. So currently this is my job role. Okay, you can read through. Okay, I have included all those keywords so that when the employer want to screen and type in any keyword, like the ones I use, my resume will pop up and I'll be selected. Okay, so this is my recent employer. Remember to start with your recent or present employer. Then you go ahead and include other work experience. Okay, make sure you are following chronological order. That is how to write out your work experience. Okay, so the next thing is your education. You need to list the most recent educational achievement first, then you list the other ones. Okay, just like what we did with the work experience. Okay, so the first thing is the masters. Okay, masters was completed in 2021. I listed it here. Okay, this is just an example, guys. Okay, so MSc in public health, Edinburgh Napier University, United Kingdom, October 2021 was when the certificate was awarded. Okay, after that, your BSc. Okay, you had your BSc before MSc, so BSc comes after the MSc. Don't write BSc first before MSc. So after that is now your professional certifications. Okay, what are the certifications you have? Okay, so these are the certifications. For example, pathway to care program. Okay, I did all of these. To be honest, I did and more. Okay, I did all of this and more. So it is very important. You have to do these certifications. Okay, some of them are free. You can use Allison, you can use Florence. Canada accepts Florence. Okay, you can use read.co. Okay, anywhere you want to do this, you can do it free of charge, and in a day you can complete as many as you want to. Okay, if you have time on your side, you can complete as many as you want. Okay, so that is it with the certification. You know that in Canada and even in the United Kingdom, they do not care about your educational qualification. Okay, if you want to work as a caregiver support worker, your educational qualification does not matter. The only thing they're looking out for is these professional certifications. Okay, have you been able to do these courses? They know you can do it online, and they also want to see, your level of seriousness or commitment. Okay, so they want to see if you've done these courses online. Secondly, your experience. Okay, if you have experience in caregiving and you can back it up with a reference letter, and also you've done this certification, then you are good to go. Forget about what you studied in school, whether you studied a computer science, or it does not matter. Now, after listing out your personal certifications, you can now move on to your references. Okay, make sure you have at least 1 or 2 references. Okay, and before you use anybody as your referee, please do inform them earlier. Okay, inform them earlier and include them. Do not go and include them in your application without giving them a prior information. Okay, so you include the person, just write out the person's contact, because of course they'll be contacting your referee to verify your information. Okay, so basically these are the things needed for your resume, right? You can see that this resume is just 2 pages. Okay, it just stopped here. Look at it, 2 pages. Okay, this resume is just 2 pages. You need to be mindful of the length. Okay, if you don't want to make your resume boring for employers to read, they don't have all the time in the world, right? So if you don't want to make it boring for them to read and not to discard it too, you need to be mindful of the length. Just be concise. Okay, just be concise. Aim for a 2-page resume. Okay, and make sure you do not leave out important details because you are aiming for 2 pages. Okay, you can remove the ones that are not necessary. Okay, the ones that are not too important, especially in the roles or your responsibilities. There are key responsibilities, make sure you include those ones. Leave out the ones that are not that, important. Another thing I would also like to say is, when you are constructing your CV, please tailor your resume for each job. Okay, make sure that you are focusing on the job requirements. Okay, make sure that your CV align with the specific requirements mentioned in the job posting. Go to the job advert, they have listed what they want. Okay, they have listed what they need from the applicants or from the candidates applying for that job. Please pick out those words and include them in your CV. You can include them in your professional summary or in your skills. Okay, those things are very important. Okay, remember, you have to use an organized layout. Okay, I have told you the format. You can use any format you want, but make sure you are consistent. Okay, so when it comes to the headings like professional summary, skills and competencies, work experience, you can increase the font a little bit. Okay, like these ones, I increase them to 14, whereas the body of the resume is 12. Okay, so after proofreading and making sure that all the details included in your CV is correct, the next thing you need to do is save it. Save it using a PDF format. Do not use a Microsoft format to save your CV. Okay, use a PDF format. Okay, so that will be all for this video. You can use this format I showed you to create any resume. Okay, resume for any profession. It mustn't be caregiving jobs or support worker jobs. Okay, I hope it is clear enough. Please apply to jobs now that you have your Canadian style resume. Apply to jobs. Okay, and good luck in your applications. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.